We should focus to commodities as well and see what's happening over there. Manisha, tell us what's on your radar.
Well, I'm looking at copper. While almost all commodities or major commodities have seen a decline, but copper clearly continues to get pounded on the lower side. We've seen 6% of a decline in the overnight markets, and this is after 18% of a crash that we saw on 30th of July, the biggest intraday decline that we've seen since 1988. That is exactly when the market started to keep sense or record of prices. So this is the biggest intraday decline that we've seen come in for copper on 30th of July. So with this, when you look at the overall prices, on the week, we are down by 24% for copper. In last 1 month, it's turned into negative by 15%. For the year until now, we still are into the positive of around 10 to 11% there. But this is all happening after US has excluded refined copper imports from that 50% tariff that gets implemented from today onwards. Well, copper did hit record highs of 5.9. This was until the market did not know what the clarity was and what kind of copper imports would be allowed or excluded. So the markets continued to buy into the US, and we saw all-time highs at 5.9. Currently, with all that profit taking and the premiums absolutely vanishing, we are down to 4.3. Also weighing onto the markets is the China factory activity that shrunk to 49.5. Expectation was 50.2. Last month was 50.4. So in all senses, we saw a weaker number coming in there, also weighing on many of those industrial metal prices there. Interestingly, when you look at the stockpiles in the international markets as well, that is clearly messed up, as you would say. When you look at the COMEX markets, ahead of this 1st August implementation of 50% tariff, you saw a lot of excess inventory coming into the US markets there. So when you look at the overall inventories in US right now, they are at a 21-year highs. Take a look at the overall supplies as well. In COMEX, we've seen supplies go up by 170% to the tune of 253,000 tons there. In the LME, in the meanwhile, you've seen supplies get declined by 50% in the year till time. And markets do believe that with the kind of excess that US has right now, you will see that supplies going or flowing back into the London markets. So the next couple of months perhaps is exactly what we will be looking at, that balance being recreated when it comes to copper availability across the world. Interestingly, what the White House continues to tell us is that, and this is as per the paper released, that they have not ruled out future tariffs, especially when it comes to refined copper. So that tells you or doesn't tell you much there. But the Commerce Department has recommended a phased universal duty on refined copper. This could come into the tune of around 15% in 2027 and nearly 30% in 2028. But whether or not this is going to happen or not will be only known by the month of June or July in 2026. That is when the next review for copper imports is going to be happening. So clearly, it's not over yet. We have tariffs in place today, but this could change anytime.
Okay, all right. Manisha, thank you very much. Very helpful primer as far as where taxes, tariffs on copper really stand at this point. Time for a break. We're back. It's our segment, The Economy. Lata in conversation on the state of the global and Indian economy post-tariffs with Chetan Iyer of Morgan Stanley. Coming up.